Hey, I got
news?
I got something to say.
You got this right.
No, this is just totally personal. I've noticed on Twitter today I've gained 4 followers so far. I'm looking to get that higher. Let's see if we can, let's. I want to get at least double-digit more followers today. So if we can zoom, here's my handle. Zoom on that because I don't have good handwriting. All right, go ahead and screenshot that back at home. There you go. All right.
Welcome back to Run Junkie. Regionals is over. The 31 teams on both the men and women's side have booked their tickets along with the individuals. And there were some upsets galore, some surprises that happened all over the country. On the men's side, Lincoln, what was the number one surprise for you individually?
First, the biggest upset of the entire weekend has got to be me gaining over 150 followers.
Enough of that.
Friday. But in the running action, I would have to say Ben Sorrell, his red shirt, Mark Wetmore, pulls it. He runs for the Buffaloes at regionals, but he's only their 6th man. He finishes 21st, but I'm telling Buffalo fans right now to RELAX. He's going to be fine. I think this is a sign Colorado is ready to 3-peat.
And on the team side, the biggest surprise, in my opinion, was the Penn Quaker men taking down the Nova Wildcats. The Quakers have not made NCAA since 1975, 40 years. And Villanova, they still send 3 people, though. Tiernan, Williams, Hendon all get in at large individually. But man, what a big upset. Congrats to Steve Dolan and the Penn Quakers. Got a feel for Villanova Wildcats, but at least 3/7 of them are going to the NCAAs.
Yeah, there's always a silver lining.
Yeah.
If you stay positive, you have a shot at a silver lining.
Now, over on the women's individual side, our biggest surprise there was Aislinn Cup not running at all for Stanford. Now, she's done this all year. She's been very successful. She won Washington. She won Pac-12. But some of the meets in between, she skipped them now. So who knows? We don't know if she's hurt still, if she's suffering through injury. She missed all of last season, but she should be fresh going into NCAAs trying to break that Foot Locker curse.
So if she wins, rests, wins, rests.
You got to think.
And his name is John C.
That was a good one. On the women's team side, the biggest surprise, I'm sure you guys all know, is the Texas women getting out of that South Central region, getting second, going automatically. They finished 40th at pre-nats.
Let me hear you say, that ain't right.
Think about this. The Coastal Carolina women, who finished 17th in the Southeast region, beat Texas.
Let me hear you say, that ain't right. That ain't right.
Now, regional madness was absolutely insane all day on Friday. Of course, the other big news on Friday was the IAAF provisionally suspending Russia from competition for their massive doping scandal cover-ups. It was state-sponsored. Putin was probably involved. Can't really say that for sure. But Gordon, I'm a little bit worried about the word provisional. I want something set in stone. Let's make some changes to this sport. I don't even know what provisional means in this case. Is Russia going to be at the Olympics? Sebco, make the right choice. And now it looks like Kenya's about to be in the same hot water. So stay tuned for that.
Now we leave for NCAAs tomorrow, and we already know the favorites. New Mexico women, Colorado men, Edward Cheserek, Alio. The question is, how do these favorites be beat? So this is the foolproof flow track guide to taking down the favorites.
All right, Gordon, I think I have the formula for the Colorado women to take down New Mexico. They have to get a 5th runner. They've been solid through 4 all year, arguably just as good as New Mexico through 4. That might be a little bit of a stiff argument there, but the gap back to their 5th has been 16 to 20 seconds. You have no room for error, Buffaloes. You have to tighten up that spread. If you're going to beat one of the best teams of all time, you have to have your 5th right there with everyone else.
And on the men's side, if you want to prevent Colorado from pulling off the 3-peat, this is what you need to do. First, you need 2 things. You need Sorrell to not be himself, and you need Dressel to run like a freshman. Where you need Stanford for the Rosas to run like themselves, aka All-American, and you need Fisher to run like a veteran. If that happens, Stanford could take down the Buffs. But let's also not forget about the Syracuse Orange, because what they need though, they just need to get a 4th and 5th. Maybe go down to the local market in Louisville, pick up that 4th, that 5th leg, put them in, take down Colorado. Oh, and just tonight, make sure you eat some Olive Garden pasta, because we don't want what happened last year. We want you to be in that top 5.
Now on to our individual favorites. Of course, on the women's side, Ali Ostrander has been just stomping the competition, beating the best from New Mexico by over 20 seconds, doing the same thing at the West region. But for Molly Seidel to beat her, she's gonna have to take her Foot Locker trophy, stomp it into the ground, burn it, flush it down the toilet, forget it ever happened, because the Foot Locker curse is standing in her way. But standing even taller is the diminutive Allie Ostrander, running like a beast right now. Now, one more lady that can challenge, I would say Dom Scott. She needs to act like she's on a banked track in Fayetteville. That's where she's run her best. Cross country, still one of her best sports. But if she feels like she's in that banked track, I think she can get the job done. Other than that, I don't see it. Alio's taking the title.
And on Edward Cheswick, how do you beat Edward Cheswick? Tommy Curtin knows a little something about that. But for it comes to NCAA championships, Rotich, this is what you need to do. You need to keep the pace honest. Not honest for the last mile or last 2K. You need to be honest for 10,000 full meters. Make it honest. That's how Lowy beat Ches when it came down to that 5K. That's how you got to do it. And Tiernan, you just got to eat some Vegemite, man.
Ooh,
Eat that
yummy.
Vegemite.
Yeah, and get your fix.